Dela write my MVVs. Welcome. It's either you are with Naomi and I or never. You are not ready to support us. You sign out and get out. Take the exit. I'm not forcing any of you to be here with me. I have never forced you. It's been an option that was open to you. You want to come, fine. You don't want to come, you leave. Now, if you're here and you think that you cannot support Naomi and I to strengthen our relationship and to also give Tadenikawo what he deserves, you can get out. Sign out, use the exit door, and get out. Allegedly, Ooni of Ife said to his wives after he learned that it's only 3 of them who are supporting the wedding. Others are standing that no matter what happens, they're going to fight against that wedding. That if he wants to wed his wives, he should take all of them and wed them or take them for a blessing of marriage. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. Estelle on the Royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for being a part of this channel. Thank you for all that you contribute. I love you guys so much. You are indeed my real, my most important viewers. Thank you so much. Report reaching us right now is that the Ooni of Ife has allegedly made it clear to his wives that no matter what they do, he is going to go ahead and marry Queen Naomi in church. Now, the reason why he made this decision is because apparently people have told him that Queen Naomi is somebody who honors God so much that after he did a traditional marriage the other time, if he had taken Queen Naomi to church, Queen Naomi would never have left the palace. So right now, it does seem as if that is a security ticket for the Ooni of Ife. If he comes back to Queen Naomi, he believes that if he takes Queen Naomi to the altar before God, there is a likelihood that Queen Naomi would never, ever leave his side anymore. Well, that is what people are saying. That I think that is why he's pushing for the white wedding. Just as we know that they have made arrangement for Queen Naomi to return into the palace in June, preparations are ongoing. Everything is happening. Everything seems to be happening in favor of Ooni of Ife because from left, right, and center, everybody is advising Queen Naomi to return back to her matrimonial home. That is more honorable to be in her matrimonial home than to be out there. You do know that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, when they had their mesh program, there was something that was published, okay? And they wrote inspiration or motivation for single mothers. And that did not go well with a lot of people because Queen Naomi was categorized into that phrase. But it's not as if there's anything wrong with single motherhood. It's something that, of course, women do with so much joy because they know they are investing into their own offsprings. But then again, a lot of people think that for a woman whose husband is doing everything to ensure that she returns back to him, Queen Naomi should not be too comfortable with that kind of phrase, that Queen Naomi should really go back to her matrimonial home. Right now, they say distinction has been created, that if you look at where Queen Naomi is going to be staying, that the distinction is very, very clear. It's just that she is very afraid for Tadenikawo, and that is the reason why she would not want to go back. But to be to think that it is business as usual, they'll just go and stay there and be rubbing shoulders, that is not going to be so. That Ooni has made it very possible to ensure that he created a very vast distinction between Queen Naomi and the other house and wives, even in their residence, like where they are going to be staying in the palace. And now everything has been done in favor of Queen Naomi. And so Queen Naomi should, return back to her matrimonial home. Okay, so right now, as we are hearing what is going on, so Ooni of Ife has done everything that is within his power to ensure that Queen Naomi comes back, and everybody's telling Queen Naomi, you need to go back. That if you do not go back in June, people will not keep on blaming Ooni of Ife because they have seen that even as a king, he's done everything that is within his power to bring you back to the palace. So right now, Ooni is very adamant about getting married to Queen Naomi in church, and that was why they said he spoke to Reverend Funke, Funke care about the wedding. And Reverend Funke said she was in no place, or she is in no place to marry, to wed them in church, especially when Oni has so many other wives, that it is not something that is approved in, is in her own belief system. And so right now, I do think that Oni might have to call maybe his best friend, who happens to be a pastor, an overseer of a church in Amsterdam. They say he's in Amsterdam and UK. Maybe that's a man who is likely to come and do that wedding for them. But of course, what Oni is saying is that no matter what happens, come between now and May, before Naomi returns back into the palace, that he is going to do a renewal of vow. And this time it's going to be in the church of God. So Naomi will see that he honors God as well. And Naomi will know that there is a covenant that is beyond her, Naomi. She will not just opt out and break that covenant. And I do think that it might make a lot of sense, because if you know Naomi very well, for those who are absolutely close to her, they say Naomi fears God so much, yay, that she fears God, oh, she fears God, really, really fears God. And if Naomi stands before the church of God to make a vow, Naomi might never, ever want to break that vow because of God. And a lot of people were saying the other time that, okay, why did she leave? Why did she leave? The Bible did not say that if you find yourself in a dangerous situation, even in your matrimonial home, you should stay there and get destroyed before you know you need to leave. Before, when Naomi left the palace, there were a lot of things. Up till now, there are a lot of things that have not come to light, okay? A lot of people do not know several things that happened to Queen Naomi in that palace. Queen Naomi was at the breaking point. Queen Naomi was in a place where she no longer understood herself. Queen Naomi was in a place where she was so scared for her life and that of Tadenikawo. And that was what gave her the strength to gather momentum and leave. Queen Naomi knew that leaving the palace was going to be one hell of a problem. Queen Naomi knew that there would be so much scandal because people loved them together. People wanted them to be together. But at the end of the day, she was not happy. She needed to bring herself, she needed to care about herself before anything. And that was exactly what she did. She decided to leave the palace. Right now, the wives are saying Ooni of Ife will never, ever take Queen Naomi to church. That if they must go to church, they must all go to church. And even though three of them, we heard that Timitokbe, Dr. Elizabeth and Toby Lola, they say Toby too has no problem with the church thing, that they should go ahead and get married in church if that is what is going to bring the peace in the palace. And we are hearing that Olori Runke, Mariam and Olori Ashley are saying it will never ever happen. If there must be any wedding, the wedding will be for everybody, for all of them, because Oni married them and they also have right to be in the life of Ooni of Ife, even if it has to do with wedding or traditional or whatever, they would do the same thing for them. Wanted to bring you this update. I'm going to bring you more. Appreciate you so much. Thank you.